Okay, so let's first talk about the retirement topic. It's been raised, retirement age has been raised to 65 years old. The higher retirement age in 2022 will apply to those born on or after July 1st, 1960, and also the re-employment age will go up from 67 years old now to 68 years old in 2022 and eventually to 70 years old by 2030. Now, this higher re-employment age will apply to those born on or after July 1st, 1965. So, Zakir, what are your thoughts on raising the retirement age?
Well, I think it's long overdue, right? A lot of older workers are able to and really do want to continue working, well after they turn 62. And so having this sort of change in the law would help them. But at the same time, there's pressures on the cost, right, on the employer side. It does mean having to cater for, more workers past a certain stage, and even adjusting, for instance, environments, so that folks who are older can continue working. And so it's useful, I think, that the changes are going to be very gradual and play out over 10 years. In fact, it's only the first step that's finalized or firmed up. The retirement age is going to go up to 63 in 2022, right? And then when it goes to 64, that's sometime to be determined. And then the goal is 65 by 2030. It's really over a long horizon.
It'll mainly affect those, I suppose, in their, like my age now.
Yeah, I think those are our age who are in their 30s, 40s, and even in their early 50s, right? So.
And it doesn't mean that we have to keep working the same hours that we're doing now. So I think that there are plans to allow different work arrangements, right?
Yeah. In fact, part of the recommendations released by a tripartite work group today call for a range of adjustments, and in fact call for employers to start talking with workers about what sort of arrangements they would need. So you're thinking about part-time work, flexi work, even job sharing, where two people share the same job, of course for not the same pay, but it sort of recognizes the changing nature of work as well.
And hopefully this will make it more sustainable for the workers themselves, and then also for the businesses to manage their expenditure. Because as you mentioned, it's going to be a strain. It could be a strain, financial strain on the businesses, right? And naturally, our CPF contributions will change accordingly too. CPF contribution rates for workers above 55 years old will be raised gradually over the next 10 years, depending on the overall economic conditions, and this process will start from 2021. Please note, however, there are no changes to the CPF withdrawal policies or ages. CPF members can still withdraw some money at age 55 and start their monthly payouts from age 65. So no change here. So what are the opinions about on the ground about the whole CPF change?
I think folks are still trying to digest it, and you had further details released just today. Employers and employees are going to chip in the same amount, although for the initial first year, the government's going to help employers with the cost of it. But at the same time, it doesn't necessarily translate to more take-home pay, right? In fact, workers could see their pay packet dip a little by 1% or 0.5%, but it means they will have more funds for their retirement, right? And that's really the end goal or aim of these changes, having workers work longer and increasing CPF contributions really aims to help them meet the cost of medical expenses and other needs should they need to tap on it in old age. At the same time, I think it is also significant because the funds will go to your special account, which generates a higher interest, and even a small 1% to 2% increase. The eventual goal is to have the long, there's also, again, like retirement age, the goal is to see this figure rise over the years. And the eventual target is, you're talking about those especially who are 55 to 60. Today, the 26% of their income from their employer as well as themselves go to their CPF. The target is for this to go up by as much as 10 or 11 percentage points, so that 37% of it goes to their income. And I think, if you multiply it over time, this will boost their retirement savings quite substantially and hopefully give them peace of mind with healthcare and other expenses.
But of course, this increase will happen in stages, in increments,
yes,
correct?
That's right, yeah.